It happened on a rainy Thursday. James Weston, the coldest CEO on Wall Street, stepped out of his black Mercedes. And then a little girl tugged on his coat. "Sir," she whispered, trembling, "could you pretend to be my daddy just for one day?" He froze, not because of the rain, but because no one had ever asked him something so human. James Weston didn't do emotions. He did numbers, deadlines, and profits. His assistant once said he ran on espresso in silence. But now this tiny stranger was asking for something he couldn't buy. Not with money, only with heart. "Just one day," she said, "for the father-daughter dance." James nearly said no, but then she added, "It's okay if you don't want to dance. I just want someone to clap when I twirl." Something broke inside him, because he knew what it felt like to have no one in the crowd. He didn't know why he said yes. Maybe it was guilt. Maybe it was fate, but at 6:30 p.m. he stood in a school gymnasium, wearing a slightly wrinkled suit and a tie a size too short. And when she introduced him as, "My daddy," James smiled. He didn't just clap. He danced. Clumsily at first, then like a father who had always been there. Other parents whispered, some even smiled. But all James saw was a girl who finally felt seen. At the end of the night, as he walked her home, she whispered something he never expected. "I used to have a dad, but he went to heaven last year." James stopped. For the first time in decades, he bent down and hugged someone like he meant it. The next day, James didn't show up to the office. His board panicked, but he didn't care. He was busy visiting a grave with flowers and enrolling in something he never thought he'd need: parenting classes. Sometimes the right child chooses you. James thought he had it all, but it took a little girl with big eyes and a brave heart to teach him what love really looks like. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to share it, because sometimes a stranger becomes the family you never knew you did. Would you pretend to be someone's parent for a day if it changed their life? Tell us in the comments. Subscribe for more real stories that move the heart and soul.